Hello, Libra. Welcome to your weekly reading for September 8th to the 15th. This is for Libra and Libra rising and Libra moon. And we're going to jump right into it, Libra. Hello. What a week. Very exciting week, especially coming after all those really strong energies. Look at what's... you tell me this is going to be amazing, especially for you, Libra, because look at what's happening on Saturday. Venus is going to trine Jupiter. We're going to talk about that in a second. It's almost like all these aspects are the headlining acts for the main attraction for the weekend. This is such a great week. And it is one of those weeks where you're just going to feel like, let's do it. Let's get it done. Let's go with the flow. Let's flow with the go. I'm taking action. I'm taking action. Very optimistic week. Now we kick it off on Sunday, September 8th, Mercury moving into Virgo. And this is why I'm kicking it off on Sunday, September 8th, because Mercury's moving into Virgo for the next 2.5 weeks before Mercury moves into your sign, Libra. But Mercury in Virgo is great because Mercury is in its domicile and Mercury does so well in Virgo. Okay, Mercury is the ruler for Virgo, so this is just getting things in order. This is getting Virgo rules your 12th house, by the way. So with Mercury here, with the Sun here, yes, you are definitely tapping in. You're becoming a lot more spiritually driven, really asking some big questions, likely as well. Just looking at everything that's going on for you, but just Mercury and Virgo in the 12th house. It is a little interesting because Mercury is of the of the mind and the intellect and whatnot, but the 12th house is more behind the scenes. It's more the subconscious, intuition. So you could be really working with those energies to propel yourself forward, to make sense of everything, connecting all the dots here, Libra. All right. So really focusing on your day to day in general. Remember, the Sun is in Virgo, amplifying those themes of health and work. Your day-to-day matters, your routines, pets, but communication could be a really big thing for you with Mercury and Virgo. But again, really going deep. There's likely some with the 12th house. It really does rule everything beyond the physical plane. So a lot of things that you can't even see. So with that communication, around this time, there could be a lot of things happening behind the scenes for you too. Okay, Libra Nation and Mercury and Virgo, just to let you know, it is a little bit more Scully than Mulder. All right, very analytical, very pragmatic. It is very, very Virgo energy. And don't forget, Mercury's no longer retrograde. And that comes to Wednesday, September 11th, when Mercury actually leaves shadow. So, I mean, officially, not even like a drop of that. So, Mercury in Virgo will sextile Mars and Cancer. I love this aspect. Very harmonious here. Very harmonious. It is one of those aspects where it's almost like the communication that you have, and even you going deep intuitively, is there's this force within you that is just ready to give something legs. It's very stimulating here. There is this undercurrent of emotions because remember, Mars is in Cancer. Okay, so a lot of emotional energy and that emotional growth, but a lot of movement here with your career for sure. You're definitely going to be compelled to communicate, to put things into action here with Mars in Cancer. And again, Mercury and Virgo sextiling Mars is so amazing. And if you're not here for career, the 10th house is just, your public image, public reputation, fame, honors, achievements, things that you want to be recognized for. All right. So I absolutely love this. And yes, there absolutely can be a lot of energy around you receiving communication around this time as well. That does propel yourself forward, but also remember Mars is action. So you want to take that action this day. Now, Thursday, September 12th, we have the Sun in Virgo square Jupiter in Gemini. Once again, I actually love this, and I love this especially for you because you've got the Sun in Virgo in your 12th house, as I mentioned. That is, the intuition, your subconscious. It's facing your fears. A lot of things coming up to the surface with the 12th house, but you've got Jupiter in Gemini in your 9th house, which is also very spirituality. Okay, your belief system, your philosophies, how that plays out for you, and really expanding that area of your life. So I love this. And again, what makes this interesting is that Virgo and Gemini are the two signs ruled by Mercury. Again, that intellect. And so there's a lot of mental stimulation happening for you around this time, but in like physical mind and higher mind. The ninth house is the higher mind. There could be some activity here with long distance travel as well as foreign cultures. And even if you're not traveling, it's like that journey of the mind. And when I say travel, it's more about the journey than the destination, with the ninth house. But anyway, this is a lot of the cogs turning. And so this is a square I like because the sun squaring Jupiter here, it's almost like there's something inside you like, okay, I want to expand this. I want to just move forward. Let me see how this goes here. All right. So I do like this. Ninth house is also publishing or broadcasting. So those could be big themes for you around this time, and education as well. Now, here we go. Big old day, Saturday, September 14th, Venus trine Jupiter. You definitely want to write this down in your, mark this day down in your calendar. Venus trine Jupiter is really strong. And Venus is in your sign. Remember, don't forget that. You've still got Venus in your sign, where Venus is your ruler. So you're feeling that energy. It's really amplified, and trines are so auspicious. And this is just so wonderful because Jupiter, remember I said Jupiter's in Gemini in your ninth house. Jupiter, rules the ninth house. So Jupiter's there's this homecoming in a sense for both of them. And so this truly is for you, Libra, a really great aspect. All right. These are the two benefic planets, by the way, getting together to do something extra special for you. Expansion, growth, luck, good fortune, abundance. That's what Jupiter is. All right. And Venus is your ruling planet. So, everything that has to do with love and money and creativity and harmony. And it's just such a beautiful aspect. So what does this mean? It could be your favorite day of the month. And it's such a strong aspect. Pay attention to the weekend. It could be your favorite weekend. There's, you're going to feel this aspect, a day, 2 days, 3 days after. And the blue asterisks, by the way, are the best aspects of the week. So you could feel your charm factor really cranked up around this time. You could feel very magnetic. Oh, just radiating. You could feel like you're frolicking in this field of, red roses, white lilies, of, unicorns and, Lululemon stores, whatever you want, chocolate fountains everywhere with strawberries everywhere, anything that you want, Libra, anything you want, because this is that type of aspect, okay? Suitors, if you're single, Venus trine Jupiter, by the way, if you are single, you better go out there. This is that day. This is that day, all right? You go out there, you go to the observatories, you go to the, cookie stores, wherever you meet singles these days, get on your apps, because this is it. And I tell you this, Libra. I tell you this, especially if you are single, because we just had Venus conjuncting the South Node that is in your sign. A lot of y'all have been having adjustments in relationships anyway. A lot of y'all could have been ending some sort of relationships anyway, moving on to new relationships. So take advantage of this aspect. I'm going to say every Libra is in that situation, but there's a really strong sense of you. Remember, this South Node's in your sign. So there's a sense of you, and you really understanding the type of relationships that you want, maybe really thinking about relationships. So anyway, you rule the seventh house of relationships, partnerships anyway. And so it can be also partnerships in career as well. It can be any sort of commitment, one-on-one commitment that you're thinking about. But this really is an aspect that does bring luck, joy, and abundance into your life, Libra. This is going to be really, really special. And a lot of peacemaking here as well, if you are seeking to make up with someone as well. So I like this. Be very social around this time. As you know, you are very social. As you know, Venus is a very social planet as well. So you never know what doors you can open when Venus trines Jupiter. So please do. Please do. This is such a great, great, great aspect. And because a lot of people leave comments about, when's the best time to play lottery, or should I play lottery this week? Okay. First, we are fortunate to have Venus trine Jupiter 3 times this year. Okay, that is not common at all. The next time Venus is going to trine Jupiter will be in December, but Venus is going to be in like Sagittarius at that point. And the last time we had Venus trine Jupiter, and you can go back and see what happened around this time, was January 28th, my birthday, interestingly enough. But Venus is in your sign. This is your aspect, okay? So this Venus trine Jupiter is so special for you. You are going to really feel this. It is a very, very wonderful aspect. And if you do want to play the lottery, this is money. This is wealth. This is, the chances, odds are higher to play the lottery around this time than a day where Venus is not trining Jupiter. I'm just gonna say that, okay? I'm not telling you to do anything. I'm not saying nothing, but that's it there. Okay. The other thing is that's it. That's it. All right. So let's get to it. Really pay attention to as I do your video, actually Libra, as I do your video, today Venus trined Pluto. All right. So today is August 29th. Yeah, I'm getting a little bit ahead because I have a lot to do before over the weekend and next week. But pay attention. Just pay attention to even the little things. So, like 3 things that I couldn't even believe happened for me today. So it's these trines that you really want to pay attention to. They're really special, and I want you to take action too. So Libra, let's get to it. I love y'all. Let's see what's going on for you for where are we? September 8th to the 15th for Libra and Libra rising and Libra moon. Ooh, look at that. The Hierophant flipping over. I'm going to leave those as clarifiers. That's the other thing. I'm doing a lot of clarifiers this week. I just felt compelled to do so. Okay, Libra. I do a traditional culture cross spread, offers the best overview. If we need to pull clarifiers, I just said we're going to pull a bunch. Now, the other thing is, Libra, I love y'all. Thanks so much for being here. I got the party duck out because it is the week of my dog's birthday, Ruby's birthday, September 11th, and my mom's birthday, big Virgo birthday energy. Anyway, y'all are amazing. Let's get to it. Libra, wow, you are definitely going to have a big week, okay? So what were these cards that came out? Clarifiers. Okay, interesting. 5 of Cups. Hierophant, we will consider those. All right, so let's get started. Let's get out of your head. Let's get out of your head. There's your big energy of like just boxing yourself in about something. Just wait until Venus trine Jupiter, and remember all the aspects this week are positive and they are great, and they just use them to your advantage. Now, 10 of Wands. All right, so this is you saying, okay, there's just been a lot going on. I'm gonna distract myself about some things. Okay, don't do that. All right. It seems like you are going through a lot of energies, and again, the Venus conjuncting the South Node was really big. That happened last week around September 3rd, September 4th. You could have felt like the energies throughout that week, but you've definitely been going through some things. This is a week to shine. Okay, this is a week to really take life by the reins, the horns, or whatever, the scale. Okay, you're the scale. So 10 of Wands energy. It's really indicating that you're coming to the end of something that may have been very felt like a boulder on your shoulder. It felt really heavy, but the big energy coming up through for me is that some of y'all were like almost like overworking and not well, that's really big. That's huge. We're overworking a little bit. All right. So, but in a way to distract yourself from the things that you have to actually recognize. So you got the full clarifying it. So that's absolutely great because we've come to the end, the 10 of Wands here, right? 1 0 equals 1 new beginning. And then you've got the Fool here. 0 0 is nothing. Nothing is everything. But this is kicking off the Fool's journey. So this is some new journey that you've worked really, really hard for, or are working hard for to come out of it. So it's that recognition and recognizing if you are distracting yourself from the things that you really need to face. Oh, you're gonna be fine. You're gonna be absolutely good. This is really amazing, and I love what's going on for and so I'm not surprised. The Fool is has very strong Uranian energy attributed to the planet Uranus, and so Uranus is in, or you can say whatever way I say Uranus. Uranus is in Taurus in your 8th house of death and rebirth, of transformation, okay, destruction and regeneration. You're going through some big changes. And you feel it. But this is really very optimistic because you also have the 9 of Pentacles in the heart of your spread. So I love this 9 of Pentacles. This is someone who has earned her spot here, has worked really hard. There is that sense of discipline that comes with the 9 of Pentacles here, where I've worked really hard. I did everything, blood, sweat, tears to get where I'm at. And you could be feeling that abundance this week. So again, I want you to feel that abundance. In fact, you can see your symbol or the symbol of Venus, your ruling planet, all over her gown. All right. So there is this sense of reaching that abundance. She's even standing in this garden of her abundance. Wealth, it's Pentacles, okay? But wealth in your physical world as well, all right? But there is, again, almost a sense of like, congratulate yourself for getting to this. Again, coming after that 10 of Wands energy that I personally have felt that was a little bit heavier than it appeared. Now, you do have the Knight, well, here we go, Knight of Cups in your challenge area. And I'm just going to show you right now, you have the 8 of Swords and the King of Cups on the root of your spread. So what does this mean? You have, the Knight of Cups, yes. Again, like I said, from the very beginning, even pulling your spread, sure, partnerships, relationships, there could have been a disconnect, all right, or a reevaluation of one too. I'm not saying they're all bad. For every Libra, it's going to be different. You all have different birth charts. You all have different rising signs. That's what makes you different from every other Libra in this world. But there is focus, emphasis on something that possibly, you needed to address, okay, when it came to partnerships, when it came to relationships, or even just something that, like I said, even maybe like a colleague or like a boss or just like something with your day to day. But it's almost also like there is a sense of like maybe getting a little bit carried away and not, again, there's this like holding in, there's something you're holding in that I just don't want you to, a big energy. But okay, so let's do some clarifiers here. Yeah, you've got the Tower, and then you got the Sun, you got Knight of Swords or King of Cups. So I don't know where that came from. King of Swords and Strength. All right, so 8 of Swords in your crown. You got the Tower in your crown. You got the Sun in your crown. So yeah, so you see what's happening here. If you don't take that action, if you don't face the reality, the fears that you have, remember you just got the 8 of Swords in your crown. Well, I just told you that the Sun, Mercury, and Virgo is in your 12th house. You got Mars or you got Jupiter in your 9th house. Anyway, if there's something that could be even like so deeply rooted that you've got to face, but this is someone who has chosen not to face her fears, someone who has chosen to, distract herself, put the blindfold on. You stay that way. I mean, you got the Tower coming. Okay. So you can just not, you can pretend nothing's happening when there's things that you have to take care of. But the universe is going to come and say, hey, nope, that's not how things work. All right. With the Tower. But then you got the Sun. So you see that either way, if you take that action, you're going to be walking out of that prison of swords. So it doesn't matter. Okay. It doesn't matter. But what matters is you taking that action. Okay, something's going to happen, but it's you taking that action, and that is you facing your fears. As I said, that is what you may be doing with this Mercury and Virgo energy as part of your 12th house. 12th house is also self-sabotage too. And this is, we, again, like say, that's the self-victim card. Now, you have the Knight of Cups down here. What? Knight of Cups. Where am I getting that too? King of Cups with a Strength card. All right. So this is really great. Being emotionally strong. And I think this is going to be really good for you, especially as you move forward. Having that strength, building up that strength. I can do this. I feel stable doing it. But the biggest energy that was coming up for me, again, earlier was holding something in, as in like bottling up emotions, and I don't want you to do that. All right, and so there is this sense of almost like, remember, you are the scale, and in a sense, the scale may have felt a little imbalance, and you need that balance. Libras need that balance more than anything else. Actually, big trivia for you: you are the scale. The scale is the only inanimate object out of, all the glyphs for the signs, okay? Every other sign is attributed to an animal, a person, a mythological character, scale. Okay, so I feel like I might do that every week for y'all, Libra Nation. Y'all deserve it. Let's see what else is going on. Oh, okay. Yeah. So Three of Swords here with the Two of Pentacles and the Wheel of Fortune. So again, there is, for me, just another sense of let's not distract ourselves. Let's get it done. Let's get it done. There's something that you've got to face. Your life is going to be so much easier when you do. But the bigger point here is if you trust your intuition and you let it guide you, you don't have fear, you don't have doubt, you don't have any of that. Okay, so trust your intuition and know that there are some hard decisions that we have to make in life all the time. All right, so you may be going through one, and it just feels like you may have been going through it for some time, but you've got to it's got to change now. All right, and you would be that harbinger of change. You would be doing yourself a service by facing the realities that you have to, and again, be very proud of yourself of how you're feeling this week. But those underlying things, it just feels like they might be coming up now. All right, the things that you may have pushed to the side a little bit, but anyway, you're going to be absolutely fine. This Three of Swords, yes, there's going to be a little bit of emotional impact, and I would not be surprised if you feel that in a way with the Two of Pentacles and the Wheel of Fortune. I've got to do this. All right. I've got to do this. And it is going to be something where, again, you see that imbalance here that I was talking about earlier with the scale, but with this card, one of the most imbalanced cards in tarot. He's got the foot off the ground. The pentacles are a little bit off. The waves are off. And so there's something that you may have to make a decision about, something that's going to be really impactful, where it's just putting things together now, and maybe even having to do a couple little different things for things to just kind of make sense, as in like streamlining things in your life now. And then you see that it's the best thing for you. So you see, you've got Strength, Wheel of Fortune, the Sun as a final outcomes with a Fool here. This is major rebirth happening for you. Even with that Two of Pentacles here, you've got the Ouroboros, or the symbol of infinity with the Two of Pentacles, with a Strength card. I mean, this is pretty significant if you ask me. All right, but it is there's something that's propelling you this week, and and I want you to feel it, to face the things that you need to face. Let's get to your stuff. Wheel of Fortune, by the way, attributed to Jupiter. Okay, attributed to Jupiter. Good fortune. This is fate. All right, this is fate. This is new doors opening up for you. All right, once you start making things come together and have that emotional healing that you need, because you have that Three of Swords there. Libra Nation, oh my goodness, let's get to your stuff. This is going to be a very emotional week for you. All right, now you've got it's going to be listen, Mars moved into Cancer. I'm not surprised. And so with Mars moving into Cancer, again, career, public recognition, all those things that I said earlier could be the source of a lot of this, especially with the Knight of Pentacles. Pentacles, money, wealth. We have careers to make money and wealth. And again, just be very confident that everything's moving in the right direction. You got the Fool, the Sun, the Wheel of Fortune, Strength. I mean, that's huge, by the way. You got the Moon as well. All right. So, are you in your head? Yeah. Everything that I said earlier, there's just something up here where it's just, let's break down the walls of it. Let's break down the walls of it. Let that sunlight through. Okay. The sun, I mean, abundance, joy. I mean, you got this, again, the Fool, the Sun, Wheel of Fortune, and Strength. This is absolutely enormously huge. These four major arcana, huge. The Moon, it just, trust your intuition. You have the Sun in Virgo. You've got, a lot of these aspects that are happening with Virgo. I mean, this is the week to really let your intuition guide you, because you may be processing a lot. All right. There is a sense, the Moon does bring that uneasiness sometimes. If you think about the Moon, trace it back to even old English where lunacy, right? So moon, its etymological root is luna, right? That's why we have the lunar surface, etc. But lunacy was part of it. So we all get a little bit like when the full moon comes out, it's like, what is going on? And there is this sense of mystery, but again, there is a sense of like moving past these towers to emotionally evolve, okay? And to really get to that sun, which is hidden behind the moon, as you can see. Okay. Now you also have the King of Wands. Someone's going to be very helpful for you. And there is someone actually. If you are seeking a partner, yeah, it could be someone that possibly could be a Leo. King of Wands is Leo. Could be Leo rising, Leo moon. Doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to be, Leo, but it could be someone that not only is that person that you're seeking and you could be bonding with, but also in a career capacity, if it's not with love and romance, someone opening up doors for you, maybe a new business partner. You have the Four of Cups here. So this is just saying, let's work with our emotions. Okay, this is a card of like emotional discontent. It's a card attributed to like boredom and apathy as well. And they say that hate isn't the opposite of love, it's apathy. All right, so this is just saying that there's a part of you where you're like, okay, I really do want to work on this energy, so that is really great. All right, but there is also this other part where there's almost this a fear of something not. It's almost like you're creating, like there could be something that you're already creating this scenario for an outcome. Don't do that. Don't do that. You're gonna be great. You got the Eight of Cups here in your final outcome. It just seems like everything is, honestly leading up to this eclipse that's happening next week for you, because you've gotten a lot of cards here that, you've got the moon that's in Pisces. We have the full moon lunar eclipse in Pisces next week. You've got this card, Eight of Cups, Saturn in Pisces, right? You got Saturn and Neptune that are going to be big players as part of this eclipse in Pisces, all in your sixth house, by the way. So you've got that overlap with Virgo energy too. Virgo, the native ruler of the sixth house. Everyday activities, work could be a really big thing for you. That's something here. But it does seem like there is something that's compelling you to move forward. Seven of Wands, Six of Pentacles as well. So don't fight it. I mean, you're going to be, it just seems like, do you feel defensive in some way? I mean, you may feel a little I would just let some guards down. Because you got the Six of Pentacles here, which is really great. Did you get, no, you didn't, but okay. So Six of Pentacles, there you go. This is feeling that action of taking action for this spiritual growth, this spiritual wellness, this spiritual, even like generosity, gratitude, helping, supporting others, feeling that bond with other people. If you feel that you need support, be open to it. Don't feel like boxed in, okay? And reach out to people. But you see that, speaking of the scale that we talked about earlier, you see the scale in this person's hand. So it's recognizing that too, in terms of when I say generosity, like how much are you giving? All right. How much are you giving? Are you giving and not getting anything in return? Because if so, you're really not going to have, much for yourself. And if you are just sitting to receive and not giving it at all, then there's that imbalance. So think about that for yourself. And then finally, remember, you got the Five of Cups and the Hierophant. And again, when cards flip out, it's a wink from the universe. I always say that. Sometimes I set it aside, sometimes I put it back in the deck, but I brought it out because I said I was going to do clarifiers. So yeah, there's something that you've got to let go. Something that, here's the thing. It's already happened, all right? There is something that's already happened. And if you're dwelling on it, if it's something that's really hard for you to get, come to terms with, go inward. All right. Really feel that power. Your higher mind, your inner voices, your spirit up. You're going to feel that's what gets you through it. Okay. And knowing that, like the two cups right behind him. All right. So all you got to do is pick up those cups, cross the bridge, go home. There's security. Home. It's home. There's a lot of home energy this week. You go home, you feel secure there. You feel protected there. And you've got these two cups, all right, that are not spilled. So again, can't do anything about it. They're already spilled. All right. But you have the Hierophant as well right after. Very interesting. If you're a cross watcher, the Hierophant's been It's pretty much every reading. It pretty much every sign the Hierophant has come out. And very interesting, very interesting. So there's your spiritual growth. There's your connection with the divine. There's you, really feeling empowered, especially with like the structures that you're creating in your life, new structures, new systems you're implementing. A lot of home energy that I mentioned earlier. And that could be a big thing for you with Pluto having moved back into Capricorn for the next few months, which rules your fourth house of home and, family and parents, children, the foundations of your life, real estate, everything that has to do with home. All right. So and remember, Pluto went retrograde at the same time Uranus went retrograde. So you're really feeling that is your eighth house. There's that intensity there. But anyway, yeah, you're definitely going to, I mean, you see that all it is just you doing a little bit of work to come out of something that you may be just like, okay, I really need to have this conversation or with this person, or I really need to work on this so I feel good about this situation and I feel a lot more balanced. But look at all I mean, I can't even believe that alone is, and this is why I like the Tower up here. Coming after that Eight of Swords is amazing, but I want you to come out of that Eight of Swords energy. I want you to take action with the Sun coming right after the Tower. Oh, that's beautiful. And then the Wheel of Fortune in your future. So again, you do that emotional healing. You got a lot of cups here. That's you've got the Five of Cups, you've got the Eight of Cups, you got the Four of Cups here. What you throw in the Moon, you have the Three of Swords here. So a lot of emotional healing this week. Okay, but working with your emotions for emotional growth that makes you stronger and opens up these doors. Again, you are moving into clearly abundance and all this extremely up to, like, you got the Wheel of Fortune in your future, so there's some new path opening up for you. All right, but you have to really want it. All right, now Libra, next week we got the eclipse. So we'll talk about that next week. And a lot of other aspects that are happening next week. So it's not just the eclipse. I mean, we're moving into, I've talked about it. Libra, y'all are amazing. Thanks so much for being here. If you like this reading, it would be great if you like, subscribe, leave comments, all that fun algorithm stuff. Libra Nation, you know how much I love y'all. Y'all are amazing. And look forward to Venus trine Jupiter. Okay, you're gonna feel that. All right, so I want you to really work on these energies before you even get there, because I want you to love everything that's happening this week. Okay, you've got so many great aspects happening for you, but again, it is facing a lot of your fears, hidden enemies as part of the 12th house. It is also self-sabotage energy that's part of the 12th house, but it's intuition. It's your subconscious. You have this week where you can really go deep and take action. Okay, take that action. Libra, y'all are amazing. Okay, I will see you next week. All right, bye-bye.